So last night, I'm streaming the game. I'm streaming the FIU game. I'm streaming the USF game. And of course, Peanut pops up in my stream. And he says,
Peanut Roll, you better stop letting Uncle Lou bully you. Stop letting him bully you, man.
Uncle Lou, he has something on Uncle Lou. So I said, what do you have on Uncle Lou? He said, oh, Uncle Lou got arrested. I was like, what? Uncle Lou got arrested? For real? What? Why? What happened? He said, for DUI. So then one of my subscribers, I think it was Rose, through Instagram DMs me a photo of Uncle Lou, you know, with the mugshot, the mugshot plus the arrest information. So I'm looking down a list of maybe five things or whatever, and y'all could go do your own research on that, you know. But from what I'm hearing, speeding, drag, I guess he probably got some wrong tires on his car, or I don't know, and evading, and then he had DUI, of course, alcohol, what else? I think that was about it. Got arrested. So in Georgia, the laws are different than in Florida, so I'm not quite sure what he's in for. Is he gonna do, like, you know, 15 days in jail, 30 days in jail, maybe 120, or is they just gonna let him out on bond or whatever that may be. Now, as you guys know, college football, it only happened for like 3 months. So if he's doing 90 days or anything in there, it's gonna screw him up a lot. Because you're not going to be here to watch the games, instant reactions. Let's just be real. College football content is an instant thing. When games go final, you got to put out the videos because people are looking for them, and they're only looking for them at a certain amount of time.
You got to be kidding me.
So normally, Uncle Lou will drop your video, your season is over. If he's locked up, you're not getting one of those. So I'm going to provide you that today. I'm going to be your Uncle Lou today with the your season is over video.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to talk about 4 teams to be exact, because I think these are probably helmets that he would pull from the top of the thing or whatever. So there are videos going around of him, and I think there's like a 4-hour live stream talking about the situation. I listened to like 10 minutes of it. I'm gonna listen to more of it because it's a show basically. It's like a pod. I'm gonna listen to it like a podcast. Basically, not gonna really watch it, just gonna listen. Listen to all the people that encounter Uncle Lou and their issues with him, and you know why they're happy or maybe not happy that he got arrested. But your season is over, sir. T2I edition. So first up, we'll start with the baby lizards. Yes, come forward, Florida. Invisible helmet right on the table right now. Florida. The Florida Gators last night lost to Kentucky. Now, after beating Utah the first week, top 7 team, Pac-12 former champions, the Florida Gators had crowned themselves the best team in Florida, the best team in the SEC East, above even Georgia, that beat the crap out of Oregon. The baby lizards had found new life. As you guys know, they fired Dan Mullen the year before, so now they hired Billy Napier. He's been doing a lot of recruiting. You know, Dan Mullen didn't believe in recruiting, so Billy believing in recruiting. The Florida Gator fans fell in love with him. He even wrote them a love letter over the offseason. Now, in this love letter, he was basically begging for money. Anyways, NIL money. Anyways, so now beat Utah coming into week 2. The Florida Gator had momentum. They're at home. They're favored to win. And Utah came in there and beat them by a whopping 10 points. Now, their quarterback, Anthony Richards, who they thought was the second coming of Jesus. Yes, the second Messiah, the second Tim Tebow. They was even comparing this guy to Vince Young and Cam Newton.
Stop the cap.
Cam Newton. Now, I don't know why they comparing him to Cam Newton. Cam Newton did play for the Florida Gators before transferring over to Auburn, to where he ultimately won a national championship. But I guess the comparison between him is maybe they believe in the future that Anthony Richards is going to steal a laptop. That's the only comparison I can see, because he's not as good. He can't throw. He's inaccurate. He could definitely run. Maybe that's where the comparison is coming in. But he was total ass last night. I'm talking about 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. As a matter of fact, his most lethal weapon was his legs, and they took those away from him. He could not run the ball to save his life. And ultimately, the Florida Gators lost. Florida Gator baby lizards, back yourself up into that little corner that you was in. You're 7-5. You're 8-4. Cut that out. Cut it out. You'll be lucky to go 6-6 and make a bowl game. Your season is over, sir. Next. Okay, Tennessee versus Pitt. Pitt, bring that ass here, boy. Pitt, your season is over. Your season is over. Well, not ultimately, but you got your ass whooped in overtime. Tennessee did everything in their possible power to give you that game, and you didn't take it. It was gift wrapped to you, and you couldn't take it. Now, the week before, we saw you beat Pitt for the first time since 2011 in the backyard brawl. Two nasty fan bases finally met up with each other, and instead of shaking hands, they spit it on each other. That's pretty much what the backyard brawl is.
I'm not impressed by none of that shit y'all doing.
Yes. They chant slurs and all kind of crap, and yeah, disgusting. I can see why they cut ties with each other or whatever. Anyways, so West Virginia, terrible team, lost to Kansas yesterday. Absolutely ass. Yes, I said it. West Virginia, you're ass. You're absolute ass. Pitt beat you 38-31 off of an interception, return kick, pick six, god dang it, pick six. They beat you. So Pitt coming in this week, they was 1-0. Tennessee, the Vols, the big Vols, played nobody, absolutely nobody. Beat the bejesus out of Ball State coming into this game 1-0. So we got an ACC versus SEC matchup. Overtime, dramatic. I mean, great game to watch, but ultimately Tennessee won. Pitt, your season is over. You're trash. You couldn't get it done this week. Went into overtime and absolutely melt down like a freaking ice cream on a summer day. Next. Now this one is kind of crazy because the Miami Hurricanes are playing Texas A&M at College Station this coming Saturday. Now, September 17th. Yes, at 7. I think it's at 8 o'clock that night, 9 o'clock that night. I'm not 8 o'clock. We're gonna go with 8 o'clock until I can confirm that later on. I'll put it down in the comment section if I'm wrong, or you could just fucking tell me. How about that? Just tell me. So Texas A&M plays App State. Miami Hurricanes, like I said, their next opponent plays Southern Miss. Beat them 30-7. Kind of struggle game for the quarterback Tyler Van Dyke, but nonetheless, Miami won their game, setting up the next matchup for Texas A&M. Miami goes into this game to win 2-0. So Texas A&M, of course, the week before played some team, Sam Houston, beat them like 31-0. Struggled in that game. Score does not tell the real story. Quarterback is ass, and going into this game against App State has proven it. Now, App State, on the other hand, beat never mind. They just put up 61 on North Carolina. The Tar Heels, pure trash. Yes, pure trash. They beat the Tar Heels. And if you don't believe the Tar Heels is trash, go look at who they played yesterday. Some crazy Georgia team, one of those FCS, those lower tier program, and they barely beat them. I think they almost went into overtime. If they didn't win into overtime, they won 35-28. Trash, pure trash. That's who App State put up 61 on, North Carolina. So coming into this game, it was on upset alert, and boy, was they right. For the first freaking time in forever, they was right. App State went into Texas A&M and beat the bejesus. Well, they didn't beat them like that bad, but it was 17-14. They beat Texas A&M, the Aggies, the annoying bad, the team in Texas that can't do nothing. 2012. Aggies. Y'all are a 8-4 team at best. I'm not just saying that because you proved it over and over again. You're 8-4 at best. Miami's going to come to College Town and we're going to kick your teeth in. Listen, if there was any doubt in our hearts that we could have possibly lost that game, you guys, Vinny Vici, all that shit vanished. Magically vanished. Gone. Miami should win this game convincingly. Or at least by 3. I mean, App State did it. All right, so finally, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. New head coach, Marcus Freeman. New head coach. They've been reaving and hollering. Brian Kelly is gone. Ha, ha, ha. Lost to Florida State at LSU. They laughing at him. Now, Notre Dame. First week, you lost to Ohio State. Ohio State is the better team. They've been in the playoffs. They've been, recruiting at a high level. Been in Big Ten championships other than last year with Michigan winning it. Now, you lost to them 21-10, close game all the way down. Everybody in the country did not come down on your first year head coach. Nobody came down on him. Then you go into week 2 as a high favorite to beat Marshall. And what do? You show up and you shit the bed. Marshall win this game 26-21. Notre Dame, I can't call them the Fighting Irish because there's no fight in them. Notre Dame got bent over, took them behind the barn, and laid it down. You're right. Legends has it that Notre Dame is still behind that barn right now, on their knees, waiting for a happy ending. That's tough. Now, Notre Dame was ranked number 8 in the country. Before losing to Ohio State, they was ranked at number 5. Now they're ranked at number 8 in the country. And today, well, they're not going to be ranked there no more. How far will they fall in the rankings? As you guys know, they don't play in a conference. They don't have a conference championship. Notre Dame's season is ultimately over. There is no way in hell that they will make it to the college football players. All the Notre Dame fans can now go to church. Like, share, subscribe, T2Y. I'm out.